To all Black women of America, I want to express my heartfelt apology for the role that many white Americans, including white women, played in electing Donald Trump.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. You guys already saw the part 1 of Black people's response to Donald Trump winning the election and going to be the next president of the United States of America. Black people have already aired their minds, speak their mind, and now we want to have white people, especially white women, actually speaking and sharing their thoughts about Trump being the next president. And for me, like I said in the other video of Black people speaking, it was really interesting to see. And I know it when it comes to the chat, a lot of Black women actually supported, Black men even are the people that supported Kamala Harris the most. Latino people were divided. White women supported Trump, white men supported Trump, obviously. And there are some black people too, which I'm just going to put out there. There are some Black people that also voted Trump, and the popular Tasha K, she voted Trump in, and she's getting a lot of backlash on that.
Literally, we lost 5,000 followers. Like that. Like that. All because I shared who I voted for. I didn't tell you guys to go vote for them. I didn't say that you were stupid or dumb because you didn't vote for them. I didn't threaten you. I didn't threaten your kids. I didn't threaten your livelihood. I didn't even use my platform to push a narrative for a particular party. And when I shared who I voted for and why, I did not expect at all that anybody would be triggered by that. I just didn't. Like, I just don't get why all of the threats, why all of the confusion, why all of the disdain. Truly, who we vote for is based on how that person or the policies that that person has affects our lives. And so I would never, ever judge you guys for who you decide to vote for, even if you didn't vote. And so, you know, for that reason, I do want to, oh my God, I triggered everybody. I triggered so many people. I took my post down.
And for me, I really want to hear like the mindset of the non-Black people, like especially the white people, especially the white women, okay, actually hear what they have to say, because that was a shock, because we thought as women we were going to support each other. We thought as women we're going to protect our interests, but clearly some white women were thinking another thing, like they were protecting their skin color, rather they were protecting their husbands. And there's this video I need you guys to see of the Republican man actually saying things they're going to do with women, excited about taking women's rights, controlling women, putting women in their place. And yet a lot of white women voted for Trump. Anyway, guys, check out this video.
The feel when you're totally not pressed. The feel when we control your bodies. Hey, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. It's your body, my choice. And men, women again. Men win again. There will never, ever be a female president. Never. There will never be a female president, ever. It's over. Glass ceiling. Dude, it's a ceiling made of bricks. You will never break it. Your stupid face keeps hitting the brick ceiling. We will keep you down forever. You will never control your own bodies. You will never be the president of the global empire. Never gonna happen, sweetie. Your body, our choice.
Let me know what you think about that. Anyway, guys, let's go check out people's response to Trump winning, especially white women's response. There was a white man in it too that also shared his own thought and some of the things to expect Trump to do to the American the country American itself, what to expect and all that. So let's go check out their response and then we'll come back and talk about. Let me know yours down in the comment section.
Good morning. This is a gratitude post because I am just so overwhelmed with gratitude. The power of prayer is amazing. I know that me and every single person that I know, we prayed so hard for this outcome. And the fact that Donald J. Trump was elected to be our next president is overwhelming. And it just makes me feel so safe and so protected. The team that's behind him truly want what's best for us. And I'm sorry if you're upset by the outcome, but I beg you to lead with grace and just give him a chance to show you that he truly is what this country needs. And I hope you guys all have such a wonderful day, and I love you.
What a day. We're back. He's back. Donald Trump is back. All the lefties can go and crawl into their hole because Donald Trump is back in the White House. This is going to be good. If you're nervous, don't worry. It's going to be good. I think what we can all learn from this is never discount the silent majority. They threw everything that they could at him. Attempts, lies, indictments, the entire media against him. And he still triumphed. And it's because the majority of voters are hardworking battlers and they're sick of having these elites control their lives. But Trump is back in, so all of that is in the past. History is now going to be rewritten and it's going to be great.
I can honestly and wholeheartedly say that I have never in my life wanted to make a video less than this one right now. Donald Trump has officially won Pennsylvania, which means that somehow he has once again officially won the presidency. And I think the worst part is that I can't honestly say that I'm surprised in any way. I exist on the internet every single day. I see the way that these grown men and occasionally women act when they are behind the comfort of a keyboard. I see the hate that this world harbors towards women, towards LGBTQ+, towards people of color, towards everyone who is not this mold. Today, this country has proven to us that they hate women, people of color, LGBTQ+ members, everyone else more than they hate a literal felon who has committed schmexual schmishmalt. That is how much hatred they harbor for women, and I fear that things are not going to get better. This is not moving in the direction of things becoming better. They have won the presidency, they have won the Senate, and they will probably be winning the House. The GOP will have full control to pass and do whatever they want without being stopped. And we have seen what that means. We have seen their playbooks and their projects and their plans. I genuinely do believe that we are about to witness the downfall of an entire country. We have been actively witnessing it for some time. Yes, a lot of us acknowledge that, but I truly do think we're about to speed run it, essentially. And I'm in Minnesota. I'll probably be fine for a while. I can drive up to my friends in Canada. I can figure something out, but there are so many people here who cannot, who don't have plans or the option of a plan. And they won't be okay. And I'm so worried for so many people. And I don't know what to do. I know you're going to ask me what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry. I tried so hard, and I feel like I failed. I feel like we all failed. And I did everything I could, and I don't know what I could have done better. And I'm sorry. I'm gonna go now. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this. Don't let my breakdown panic you. We always figure this out, and we're going to. We just have to stick together and stand strong. Oh my gosh, that's the first time I think you guys have ever actually seen me cry. And I feel this might be the first time I'm not going to cut it and try and refilm, because this is really what's happening now.
I've been listening to a lot of political commentary today following last night's election results. And I've listened to a lot of commentary from a lot of people on both sides of the political spectrum. There's one thing that I've been hearing from the left when they are talking about the demographics of people that voted for Donald Trump. And it's been digging at me a little bit. One of the demographics of people that really came out and voted for Trump were uneducated white women. And they do not sing that in the same tune that they sing black women that voted for Kamala. It just comes across very derogatory. They're insulting an entire group of people, or they're insulting Trump because that's who voted for him. And I usually don't talk about politics. I don't really like to talk about politics, but one thing I do want to say, I have worked really hard to get to where I am in life. I've worked really hard to teach my children, my 2 young daughters, that they do not have to have a college education to be smart. They do not have to go and get a fancy degree to be successful, because a college education is not indicative of intelligence. Not only can you be successful, but you can do it with your integrity intact. That you don't have to lie, cheat, and sleep your way to the top. I know a lot of people that are incredibly smart and they're incredibly wise and articulate, and they just graduated high school, or they maybe have a GED. It does not make them an idiot. It does not make them unintelligent. I also know a lot of people that have really fancy degrees and they lack common sense. And so can we stop using that as a descriptive when talking about how people vote? I have 2 young daughters, and one of them may decide that she really wants to be a hairdresser, and she doesn't need a master's degree for that. And I have one daughter that is dead set on being a paleontologist. I will support her. Whatever they decide to do with their life, I will support them and be behind them 100%. Even if they decide not to go to college. So, do with that information what you will, but you go and have a good day.
To all Black women of America, I want to express my heartfelt apology for the role that many white Americans, including white women, played in electing Donald Trump. I recognize the pain and frustration that this has caused in Black communities and the ways this outcome has undermined the rights, the safety, and the dignity of so many, especially Black women. I understand that Black women have long fought for justice and equity, not just for themselves, but for all marginalized communities. And your commitment to truth, resilience, and progress is truly inspiring. As a white person, I'm aware that part of my responsibility is to listen, learn, and actively challenge systems that harm and marginalize. And it's clear that actions speak louder than words. I'm still committed to doing the work necessary to help build a future where all voices are heard and respected. Thank you for your continued strength and leadership. I'm committed to being an ally in creating positive, lasting changes so that we can all live equally in this country. To all of the white women who let everyone else down, check back with me in 4 years. I'm sorry for your daughters. I'm sorry for your sisters that you made a choice to vote a convicted criminal into the presidency. You complain about crime committed by people who came to this country to seek a new life, but you weren't worried about putting a criminal in office again. You must be aware that he's about to use his power to save himself and to save every insurrectionist who was sentenced as a result of the insurrection. You are truly about to see what misuse of power looks like.
I know, babies. I know. I know. Whatever you're feeling right now, feel it. We are all feeling some type of way, okay? And you are not alone. Now, those of you who follow my channel know that my integrity means a lot to me. And when I'm wrong, I say that I'm wrong. And I was wrong. We were wrong. All the experts were wrong. The polls were wrong. All we can do now is try to move forward. Now, I grew up playing sports, and sportsmanship means a lot to me. At the end of every game, no matter who won, both teams lined up and we shook hands with every single player and their coaches. Good game, good game, good game, good game, good game. And now I say to you, Republicans, good game. Congratulations. You guys are lined up to win the House, the Senate, the presidency, and the Supreme Court. And because of that, you can't blame Democrats for anything. Everything that happens from here on out is up to y'all. You have the reins. You guys are driving this vehicle and we're in the back seat. You guys have been bleating about making America great for 9 years now. Well, now you get 4 years to do it. Do it. Make America great. Let's see what you think greatness is. I better see the lowest gas prices I have ever seen. Eggs better be 10 cents or less. I got this in the mail last week from President Trump. It said, under President Trump, there will be no abortion ban. See that? I'm keeping this. I'm not signing a ban, and there's no reason to sign a ban. Everyone knows I would not support a federal abortion ban. I'm keeping this. Those of us who voted on what we believe to be the right side of history, misogyny and racism won, guys. I mean, this is America. But the silver lining is that we can't be blamed now. You guys can't blame Joe Biden. You guys can't blame Joe. You guys have control of everything. Anything that happens that you don't like, and when those leopards start eating your faces, you can't blame us. So let's see it. Let's see what you think greatness is.
Well, Donald Trump is now our 47th President of the United States of America. This election was not even close, which I find odd considering Kamala Harris's rallies. However, how can that compete when you have Elon Musk paying $1 million per day to encourage people to vote for Donald Trump? Personally, I'm disgusted by that. I'm disgusted enough to delete my X account. I'm disgusted enough to never order a Tesla as long as I shall live. I want to take this moment to congratulate those of you who voted for Donald Trump, which was the overwhelming majority of Americans. You chose to vote for a dictatorship, and that is what you will get. America is no longer the land of the free. You have chosen, by siding with Donald Trump, to throw our United States Constitution and our United States flag in the garbage. Personally, I am embarrassed. I am ashamed to call myself an American. In fact, I no longer call myself an American because the values that I hold dear are being aligned with freedom, liberty, and justice. Unfortunately, those are no longer the values of the United States, as the United States has voted for a dictatorship and everything that comes with it. This country is no longer recognizable to me. I find myself surrounded by people that no longer share the same values as I do. You chose to elect a man that is a self-proclaimed dictator. Over 80% of his former staff came forward to warn us he's a fascist. Over half of the country decided to vote for a convicted felon, a man found guilty of rape, a hostile, hateful, old, senile, bitter, treasonous bigot. During his entire campaign, he never once laid out a policy, not one policy, in detail. All he spoke about were bumper sticker level, surface level ideas, concepts, with no real plan, no details whatsoever. As Americans, we deserve better than that. That's why I made over 125 videos sounding the alarm bell, saying this man does not have a plan. This man is not taking the role of being president serious. Leading economists, leading financial firms are warning us that by electing Donald Trump, our country is on course for a recession. I outlined his lies in detail, one by one. And in comparison, I outlined Kamala Harris's details with supporting evidence. But you were too brainwashed, too blinded by your own racism, misogyny, bigotry, tunnel vision. You refused to acknowledge the facts. So now, when the cost of goods, from food to clothes to cars, increase in price by 20%, that's on you. When your mother loses her Medicare benefits, that's on you. When your disabled brother loses 30% of his Social Security disability income, that's on you. When your pregnant daughter suffers a miscarriage and is being investigated for murder, that's on you. When your wife gets raped and is forced to give birth to your rapist baby, that's on you. And when they make her rapist have parental rights to co-parent with you, that's on you. When the cost of imported lumber increases by 20% and new construction becomes even more scarce, that's on you. When Donald Trump conducts his mass deportation operation, which is projected to cost Americans $379 billion, which is projected to cut our GDP by 4 to 6%, leading to a Great Recession, that's on you. When Trump fills his cabinet with MAGA loyalists that defund the Department for Education, the Department of Labor, the Department of Homeland Security, the EPA, that's on you. When you are no longer offered overtime pay, that's on you. When Social Security is projected to go bankrupt in 6 years under Donald Trump's plan, that's on you. When leading economists project his plan will add $5.8 trillion to the national debt, that's on you. When large publicly traded companies buy up single-family homes in residential neighborhoods, creating lifelong renters, and further increasing the price of homes, making it even harder to become a homeowner, that's on you. When corporations turn into monopolies by less restrictions through mergers and price gouging, that's on you. When Trump deregulates the EPA and pollutes our air and causes sea levels to rise, that's on you. In 4 years, when we have another election and you want to vote him out, but he refuses to leave, that's on you. Americans made it blatantly clear that they would rather incur all of this rather than have a mixed woman as their president. Shame on you. You will get what you deserve. Donald Trump's last presidency, he had the luxury of riding Obama's strong economy. However, that's not the case this time. Although our economy has been built back stronger, our economy is still very fragile. And so this time around, you will get to experience a true Donald Trump presidency. And let me tell you something, it is not going to be pretty. Part of me is actually looking forward to watching those of you who support him relentlessly suffer under his policies and become much poorer, as those of us that have accumulated wealth become much richer. However, this isn't about money for me. This is about doing what's right. It's right versus wrong. It's freedom versus dictatorship. And unfortunately, more than half of Americans chose the latter. Ironically, it is the MAGA supporters that are going to feel the effects of a Trump presidency the most. If you make in the lower 50% of all Americans, you can expect a tax increase under Donald Trump's policy. So to sum up, you voted for a dictatorship for you, your family, and your children. And this will take decades to undo. Being the land of the free, our freedom is not something to take for granted. It's something that we have fought for, our grandparents have fought for, and it's something that you literally just gave up by voting this man in. He told you what he's going to do, and you have to believe him. And unfortunately, there's no way out now. And yet, his most loyal supporters are bragging that Trump...
Let me know your take about white people's response to the election as and Trump being the next president of the United States. Go ahead down in the comment section and share your thought. But please, as always, keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So go ahead, feel free and share your thought. I already shared some of my thoughts on the first part of the video of black people's reaction to this Trump being the next president. And everything the last creator was talking about, the white man was talking about how things are going to change, how inflation is going to be. It's just like why you could see my face. I was literally like, that's because that's literally what we're living right now in Nigeria. Because initially when the president of Nigeria won, everybody was excited. Like the people that wanted him in, the people that put him there, they were excited. And now literally everybody is suffering it. In fact, I would say the people that support him the most is tribe people, the Yorubas. They suffer it even worse than everybody. And if you think that even people that throw away their votes and all that, and this is why I don't do that, because when you throw your vote, you think, oh, whatever they want to do, let them do. We're facing the consequences, even though, yes, the election here in Nigeria is really, really like life and death situation. Like you have to be very safe out there when you go out to vote. But living the next 4 or 8 years, most likely in Nigeria, in that situation, I can tell you guys, if it's going to be the same scenario, because Trump has said what he's going to do. If you think you're comfortable now, you'll be poor. This man literally made an average Nigerian home become a poor home. I'm talking about a Nigeria president. Oh Lord. I'm so stressed about this American election because I can only imagine what this would do to the rest of the world. Literally, people that got into this year in Nigeria as a comfortable Nigeria family, they are poor family that can barely afford to eat right now in this country. And that's because we decided to go and vote somebody out of sentiment, whatever sentiment you have. Just because you don't want another person, just because you don't like the other person. Not that you don't like the policy the other person is bringing on, but because you just don't like the other person because of their skin color, their gender, who they are. On this other case here in Nigeria was because he was from a different tribe. Yeah, we're suffering it now. And that's my biggest fear for people in the United States to first and start going through what Nigerians like. I know yet America is like, oh, the land of the free, but not going through. Guys, you guys don't know. It's not funny. It's literally not funny. And I feel like at this point in time, a lot of Americans will jackpot. Google what jackpot is for Nigeria. That is what the economical situation in Nigeria has made a lot of Nigeria. They just want to get out because the country is not livable anymore. And to hear white people and even some black people like kind of like, oh, yeah, I know everybody has a right to who they vote for and all that. I get it. But the ideology behind this person that you supported, that you voted for, how it's going to change your life, the life of your family, your loved ones, and the entire country, and you don't have the mouth to speak back because this party is the one literally controlling the entire government. It's literally like Nigeria wants to play out in America right now because that's exactly what's happening in Nigeria right now. It's a crazy situation, guys. You can't even speak. You can't protest. It's just so sad that people would do this to themselves just because they don't want a woman. Just because they don't want a mixed woman. Because some people say don't call her black. She's not black. Okay. Even though black people claim her and support her. 100%. And the people saying give Trump the grace, it's going to do, like, let him do what he's supposed. He had 4 years to do it, and we saw what he did to the states. He did it for 4 years, and to think that that is going to play out and even worse. There was a story I did a couple of sometime last year of how they're trying to give, like, crime committed as a president will not be whole against the president. That was Trump. Like, it's like, like, for me personally, like, there's nothing we can do. We can all just, like, pick the boots and just keep on moving. But it's really interesting to see how these 4 years is going to play out. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thought. Love to know what you think about this conversation and white people's response to this. And the fact that, before I go, the fact that a lot of white women were responding, and some of them were really excited about it. What are you really excited about? Like, I really want to ask that question before I go. What are you really excited about? What are you excited about? For them to take your rights? For the patriotic system to be over you, for you to be controlled, for you not to have a voice? What, like, what really, like, really, what are you, like, for him to work on? That you don't, like, the fact that as a human being you don't have the right to your body. At this point in time, I feel like America is going back in time, because that's something we here in Nigeria, the women here in Nigeria, we don't have, and we strive to have the rights to our body, which we don't. You people have it and you don't want to let it go. Chai, they pain me for now. Anyway, guys, share your thought. Love to know your own take. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.